In today's video, I want to share with you 7 things that I stopped doing ever since I turned 40. Did I say 40? I meant to say 50. See where my mind is right now? I feel like I'm 40, but guess what? I recently turned 50 about 5 months ago, and I can't wait to share these things with you because they are so freeing. It looks like, see, these are how my videos are. They're raw, the real deal. As you can see, I thought my microphone was off, but anyway, we digress. Here are 7 things that I stopped doing in order for me to gain more peace in my life, in order for me to protect my mental health, and in order for me to make myself a priority and just live a happier life, all in general. 7 things that I have stopped doing. And the first thing that I want to say is that no is a complete sentence. Seriously, the first thing I have been doing ever since I turned 50 is to consciously say no. I mean, if you put a period after those 2 letters, it really is a complete sentence. So, what I've learned to do is make sure that it's not selfish, to take care of yourself. If it's something that I don't have the bandwidth to do, I no longer feel the need to try and explain myself as to why I can't do something. It doesn't mean that I care less. It just means that I just don't want to do it and I don't have to have an explanation. I'm sorry, I just don't. And I'm not sorry actually, to be quite honest, but no is actually a complete sentence. I've realized that, over the years that, when you keep taking on more and more and more and more and more on yourself, it depletes the energy that you have in you. It could affect your mental and physical health. It's not necessarily an easy thing to do, depending on your character and what you've always been used to. For someone like me, I am the first-born child. I am the first daughter. I am uh I'm a Nigerian. So if you're African, if you're a Nigerian, you know what that means. You take up a lot. And so now I have learned to just say no whenever I don't feel like doing something. And that's that. That would be another topic for another day. But for now, the first thing I learned to do is say no when I just don't want to do it. The second thing is that I cut back on the whole idea of being perfect. I didn't realize that, I come across as trying to be perfect in everything that I do. It just comes to me naturally that, when I try to do something, I put my all into it, almost to the point that I didn't realize that it would actually prevent me from being able to do certain things. Take, for example, I know that I've always wanted to film and share my experiences on the different platforms that I'm on, especially on YouTube. I film on Instagram, on TikTok, but YouTube has always been something that I've always kept in the back burner. I don't know why. I feel like I've always told myself that I don't really know what I'm going to say. I feel like if I just share these tutorials, people would love this more. But I've come to the fact that, if you don't try, you're never going to know. And that applies to everything in life. I don't want to live a life of regret. I want the next couple of videos, the next videos that I make, I want them to be a reflection of, what my life looks like. I don't want to be like too, what's right? Well, there we go. That's the one thing I said I didn't want to do, right? We're not doing the perfectionism any longer, is what I'm trying to say. I just want everyone and anyone that sees this video, especially for my daughters, later on in life, when they get to this age and beyond, they can look back and watch these videos and say, "Oh, how did mommy feel when she was this age? What did she do when she was this age? How did she sound like when she was this age?" So you see where I'm going with this now? This whole reflection on life and seeing, you know, that there's more meaning to life when you try to cut back on trying to be perfect all the time, because nobody lives a perfect life. And I hope and pray that I've never appeared as being perfect on camera all these years that I've been creating content. But I've consciously now chosen to just not only do things at the perfect time. It's not worth it. So another thing is that I no longer wait for the perfect time to start something. And really, what do you have to lose? At least you know you tried. I no longer wait for the perfect time to do whatever my heart desires. Okay. Now, the third thing is if you're not careful, nothing will faster than your own mind. And I no longer let my mind control me in ways that would make me regret the things that I do. If I can't control a situation, I'm not going to give it any thought. If the thought comes to my mind, I'm just going to let it go. Why am I giving or paying attention to the things that I cannot control? It's life. So, if you really want to make sure that you live a long, healthier life, you want to protect your mental energy, your physical energy, I strongly suggest that you take on what I'm saying right now that I'm doing, which is to make sure that I don't pay attention or I don't give too much attention to the things that I can't control. And that's just that. Really, there's really not a big explanation as to why or why not. If I can't control it, then I'm not going to give it too much attention. Another thing that I always would recommend is that you always want to make sure that you take time to take care of how you look from the inside out. On the outward, your appearance really matters because people will always address you based on how you look. It's just how the society is. There's nothing we can do about it. So what I always recommend is that get your nails done. Yeah, get your nails done. We're women, get your nails done. And what I mean by that is that you can either get them professionally done or you do them at home by yourself. Or if you keep your nails short, keep them clean. That's my motto. I've always been fixing my nails at home by myself for the past, I would say, maybe 4 years now. I would say roughly 4 years, yeah. Before that, I used to go to the salon and get my nails done. And sometimes I give my nail a break. Like right now, my nails are all naturally cut short. And I did this intentionally because I just wanted to give my nails some rest. I really can't tell you when next I'm going to fix press on nails. This is just how I feel right now. Remember, we're not doing perfectionism, so if I don't feel like it, I'm not gonna do it. That's just what it is. And right now, I am really enjoying my nails being kept short like this. It feels so good. It feels so healthy. It feels so nice. It feels so convenient. But don't be surprised if you see me add on my press-on nails because I do miss them. Number 5, I no longer stop ignoring myself. And I recommend that you do the same thing as well. Stop ignoring yourself. Let me say this to myself. Stop ignoring yourself, Adetola, and stop ignoring yourself. You. Okay? Fix your posture. Always sit up straight. Get your hair done. I've chosen to get my hair done whenever I feel like it and make a conscious choice to get my hair done. I don't care if someone says, "Oh, you just got your hair done like a week ago." Yes, I know that. But I've decided to get my hair done again because that's just what I want to do. I sometimes would actually, if it's okay with you, if you want to cut your hair, cut your hair. I have lived so many years with my haircut. For those of you that knew me before now, I've always rocked a short haircut. Really nice, tapered, short haircut. Now, will I ever go back to having my hair cut? Maybe, maybe not. I like to adventure when it comes to my hair. I always recommend that you get your own signature look. If you like your hair long, leave it long and well kept. If you like your hair short, make sure that you get it kept clean. So get your nice haircut done. That sounds weird. What I'm trying to say is that if you have to have your hair cut, just make it presentable. Don't just cut it and then don't take care of it. you know. Um, the next thing that I stopped doing is that I stopped caring about whether or not people like me. I know that sounds harsh, but I really don't care. Like, I mean, seriously, if you don't pay my bills, why should I really care how you feel about me? I will never intentionally hurt someone's feelings. I will never intentionally go out to make you feel bad about yourself. That's just not in my character. It's not in my DNA. People that know me in real life know that I genuinely, I am a very caring person, if I must say so myself. However, if someone doesn't like me, I'm not paying no attention to anyone that does not like me. And guess what? You really cannot be likable to everyone. Everyone's not gonna like you. And the sooner you realize that, the happier your life would be. And that's just on that. Because what happens is I realize that in order to in order for me to care about the fact that someone doesn't like me would make me a people pleaser, right? I don't want to do that. I really don't. And why should I? Like seriously, especially at this age. I don't care. And I don't know, what do you think? How do you feel if you know someone doesn't like you? Because I really don't care. I'm just curious to know what your thoughts are. Let's chat in the comments about these things. Because I know that there are a lot of things that I can learn from you. I don't want it to be a one-way stream. These are the things that I have taken upon myself to stop doing. And it's freeing, really. Number six is I no longer take on more than I can handle or manage. I just can't. If I can't do it, if it's not something that I have the bandwidth to do, I no longer take it on as a responsibility. I strongly believe in the fact that it's okay for you to rest. It's okay. The world will not come to an end just because you decided to make yourself a priority and get some rest. You know, we've always said that, we're strong women, we're yada yada yada. I don't want to be that anymore. I'm in my soft life era. Like seriously in my soft life era. I've always been a soft life girl, but I am consciously taking this soft life very seriously. And whatever that means to you, you do that. Whatever that means to me, I will continue doing that. I am making rest a priority because it affects all areas of your life. It affects your physical, it affects your mental, it affects your everything. So I stopped taking on more than I can handle. And I am so blessed. I don't take that for granted that I have the ability to be able to do so. But at the same time, I feel like if you plan for it and you you consciously choose not to take on more than you can handle, it is actually something that you can work on as well. Do not laugh at this last point that I'm gonna make sure that I bring to your attention. The seventh thing that I no longer do or that I've stopped doing is I no longer entertain the mindset of poverty. I don't live in a poverty mentality any longer. For so many years while I was growing up, we always had to learn to save the best for Sunday or save the best fragrance for when you're going out to a special occasion. And for some reason, I didn't realize that for many years, I, I continued to do this even when I could afford to buy myself my own fragrances or buy my own clothes or, do the things that I really wanted to. And until I made a conscious decision that I no longer have to live like that. I don't have to save my fragrances for a special occasion. If I want to wear the most expensive perfume that I have right now, today, right now, in this loungewear, that's exactly what I'm gonna do because that's what I feel like doing. So I I find it so freeing. The only day that we are promised is today. right? So, as much as I believe in saving, I also believe in living. So, whatever it is that you do to make yourself happy, you go ahead and do it as long as it's not costing somebody else, you know, whatever you want to, whatever, however, which way you want to define it. Bottom line is, I don't want to live a poverty mentality. And to the glory of God, I have been able to, you know, have access to the things that I actually need, and even many of the things that I want. It's taken years for us to get to this point. My husband and I have worked hard to save, to raise our children. We have three grown daughters right now, and we are so blessed. We don't take any of these things for granted. The Bible says that it's not of him that runneth, nor of him that willeth, but of the Lord God Almighty that showeth mercy. What does that mean? It means that everything that happens is only by the grace of God. It's not because that, oh, I am so perfect in the way that I work, or I'm so perfect in the way that I save, and that's why we're so blessed. You're blessed. If you sit down and count all your blessings, you will find out that you really are blessed. You might not have every single thing it is that you want, but hopefully you have everything it is that you need. That's the way I see life. That's what I tell myself. There's so many more things that I want, but everything I need I have. I'm able to eat, I can smell, I can see, I can hear. I have clothing on my back. I can count so many other things that I don't take for granted. And I don't want to get emotional right now, but it's the truth. And I realize that life is so short that you have to learn to pour back into yourself. I don't take any of these things for granted, and I've consciously made a decision. I've consciously made a decision that I want to make sure that I live my life to the fullest, and I want to live it with people that care about me, that cherish me, that I have lived my life. Why am I getting emotional? I don't know, but I guess this just resonates with me. Now I think this stage in my life, I just want to be more intentional with the things that I'm doing. And I strongly suggest that you adapt the same as well for yourself. I don't know which stage you are in your life right now. Um, I am very curious to know, you know, what phase in life where you are. You know, I want us to talk in the comments. I hope that this has actually inspired you in one way or the other to take charge. Do things that, will make you happy. Let me know some of the things that have resonated with you. Are there certain things that you feel that I should do better? Especially if you are older than I am. Uh, and if you're younger and you've lived, a life filled with experiences, let me know. I want to see this as a two-way stream where we both learn from each other. So, and if it's not me, someone else in the comments is going to want to learn from you as well. So, having said that, I really hope that, you choose to come back. I hope that you would take the time to subscribe, you would like and you would comment, and you would possibly even share this video with someone else. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, you make sure you take care of yourself. Do those things that will make you happy. And especially at this time of the year, take a little time to pour back into yourself. And I will see you in the next video. By God's grace. You take care.